Ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. Not exactly, but it's coming very soon. So take a look and get started logging in, doing all your dailies, start catching up, because now is essentially the best time of the year. Now and the anniversary are the two times of the year where you log in, you get a bunch of free stuff for doing nothing. You don't even have to play the game, just log in. I recommend that you play the game, but hey, you don't have to do that and you still get a bunch of awesome stuff. So I wanted to first of all, get you caught up on everything that is going to be happening for the next 10 days for this Black Friday, like, ramp up login event, which is going to culminate with a free Transcended selector. Now, as per data mines and things like that, it seems like we're getting all of the same stuff and more than what we got last year. So there'll still be a free tier 3 selector. There'll still be other free stuff for those of you guys wondering. But for now, this is what we have to look forward to. So starting, not today, but starting tomorrow on the 12th and the 13th, you can see there's going to be a 6-star selector login, then black antimatter, then gold, then other tier 2 materials, bios, 200 CCF, 200 TCP, 200 EOD, and then Odin's Blessing, and then boom. So the 21st of November, and this is why part of the reason why I wanted to make this video, I think this is when the Black Friday stuff is really going to start to ramp, because they're calling this D-Day. So it's not like when this is over, right? Because this is 7 days that you can collect this, but it's not like when this is over, Black Friday's over. Black Friday actually doesn't happen on the 21st, because if you took the 21st, it's actually a Tuesday. Black Friday actually lands on the 24th. The 24th is technically the last Friday of November, which is supposed to be Black Friday, and that's sort of when sales and things are going to happen. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to start ramping from the 21st, and then the 22nd, 23rd, 24th is just going to be more shit, you know, insanity. And then they're going to do Cyber Monday on the 27th of November, and they're going to keep ramping up until the end, because the next Friday will be December 1st. So I do think stuff is going to start to get really hot in about a week or so, but in the meantime, you still have lots of stuff to log in to get. But in particular, everybody wants to know what the selections are and what the rankings are for the Transcended selector, and then of course the free tier 3 selector. We haven't seen the free tier 3 selector yet. I will absolutely make a video on that. But in the meantime, I have something very special and fun to show you guys for the Transcended selector. So there are 24 characters that you can choose. They're all listed here, from Spider-Gwen all the way down to Drax and Gamora. 24 different characters. So what I thought I would do, instead of just ranking them for you, I decided to make a tier list. But instead of just making a tier list, we made a live vote tier list. So for those of you who just like filling out tier lists, even if you don't play this game at all, I invite you to come and fill out this tier list, because everyone's votes are going to be aggregated together. So there's 1 week to fill this out, so you have lots of time. Don't worry, it's not going to finish anytime soon. I'm going to, maybe I'll make a follow-up video where I just discuss the results of the poll, but I actually think it's really interesting to get the community feedback. So I'm probably going to do most of my sort of shorter form tier lists from now on like this. I don't know, I might even do something crazy. Maybe the next tier list, we're going to rank it like this. We might have a lot of fun with this, because I love this sort of live ranking system, and I love the fact that even people who don't play can still give their feedback from what they remember from the game or whatever, and it just, you know, is so much more engaging than just sitting here and listening to me talk and listening to my ideas. So I'll explain to you how it works. It shows you, it's a bit weird, the UI, but essentially you have your list and then you have the total results. If you click the total results, you're going to see what other people have voted, and you're going to see the percentages. You want to click on your list. You want to make sure that one's selected. When you scroll down here, you're going to see, oh, I can't drag. You're going to think, oh, I'm supposed to drag these up to the different tiers here. No. That's not how it works. You're going to look over here, and it says submit vote, and it's going to show you who you're voting on, and then you're going to vote. Are they S tier, which would be red? Are they A tier, which is like this dark orange? Are they B tier, which is sort of like a light orange or a yellow? Are they C tier, which is like piss color? And then, are they D tier, which is green? I'm going to fix the color coordination for next time, but for the time being, this is what it looks like. So in my opinion, I think Dr. Octopus is S tier. So I'm going to click that, and it's going to, boom, put Dr. Octopus in S tier. Now, I'm the only person who's done the poll so far. I'm the only person who's done the tier. So if you go over here, the total results in my list are going to look identical. But as you guys fill this out, it will change. And so at the end, my list and the total results might actually be quite different. So then you'll have actually a lot more information with which to make your decisions. Now, in my case, I'm going to be ranking these based on the characters with their uniforms, and also considering how high they can go. But of course, if you're just considering them as base Transcended, hey, that might be a different vote. If you're considering PvP, or if you don't care about PvP, hey, might be a different vote. I think Drax is a solid B tier character. I think Gamora is godly. She has to be S tier. Heimdall, unfortunately, I'm going to put in C tier because, I was going to say, although he has PvP value like Drax, he actually requires his artifact, whereas Drax doesn't require his artifact nearly as much. But now I'm second guessing myself because I can't remember what Drax's artifact looks like. I was right. Drax's artifact is barely useful for PvP, whereas Heimdall basically needs it. So I'm going to rank him. I'm going to, minus a point for that. Amadeus Cho, he's pretty much useless. We're going to put him down there. Elsa is basically just a leadership, also useless. Put him down there. Human Torch. So they're actually going to announce the people that they've booked, signed, whatever you want to call it, the cast of the Fantastic Four movie. A lot of people are speculating that they already know who Human Torch is going to be. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but apparently one of the writers from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is going to be the director or something like that. So some people are speculating that he's going to bring some of the cast members on for that team there. But I think Human Torch is still really good. Obviously, his uniform is old, but I still think he's a solid A-tier type character. Still very fast for speed farming, despite there being better options. And I think he has, he'll always get buffed, basically, right? He's not like a character that they could forget about for literally 10 years, like Amadeus Cho. He's going to come back in the MCU at some point, so he's sort of guaranteed to get something. Iron Fist is a bit of a flop. I would say, oh man, he's like hard D tier, but we'll say C tier. Doesn't really have much PvP value. Jessica has some PvP value, I would say, especially when you pair her with the other defenders. Solid B tier. Luke Cage is amazing. I think he's really good still for PvP. He can still catch you off guard and has some dirty tricks with the reflect. I think he's a solid A tier, and frankly, he could be S tier in certain situations. Chavez too, man. Solid A tier. Medusa. Ooh, Medusa. I'm actually going to put her in D tier. She's only a support for Black Bolt. That's literally her only job. She's not good at anything else. I don't really think she deserves much more than that. Oh, I can go back? No, I can't go back. What happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened? I clicked on Medusa and now it's showing me my vote. Hello? Can I continue voting now? I don't want to change my vote. What did I brick the thing? Oh no. Oh, there we go. You just have to click on who you want to vote for. Oh, so you can change it. Okay, well, I'm going to have to vote on all of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's really cool. I don't exactly know how this works. This UI is new to me, but okay. Thing is basically the same as Human Torch. He has a little bit more value, though. He does buff the Fantastic Four, which is 3 more people than Medusa buffs. So, well, actually not 3 more, but anyways. I'll put him in C tier. Hulkbuster, also pretty mid. He's got some PvP value. Yeah, I'd say he's like hard C tier. Can we move them around? No, we can't. That's the only thing that I think is sort of quote unquote bad about this list or about ranking it this way is you can't drag them side to side to sort of reshuffle them, because I do think Iron Fist deserves to be at the end here, but that would require a lot of like self-planning for your own voting in order for you to consider like when in the list they're going to be here. But anyways, I'm not going to do that. Moon Knight's definitely S tier, no doubt there. I think Shadow Shell's also S tier. Anyone who can go to tier 4 at this point is pretty much S tier. Sif is a very good support, but she's only a support. Well, she has 1 day of ABX, right, with Valkyrie and Titania. So she kind of does deserve A tier, doesn't she? Right? Kind of like hard B tier. She's like very high B tier or very, very low A tier. Let's say A tier. Let's just say A tier. Silk is not very good anymore. Just the DPS, but the summer uniform is really what's holding her back. I'm gonna put her in C tier here. I know she's stronger offensively than all these guys, and especially Drax and Jessica, but the fact that it's a paywall uniform and the fact that it's fallen off is brutal. Spider-Gwen's amazing, has to be S tier. Bullseye is so bad. He's so pain champ. Gotta be D tier. Red Guardian is also really bad. I would say he's like high D tier, low C tier. I would say Red Skull is high D tier, low C tier, but I'm going to put him in C tier because he always has that possibility, right? With that insane passive where he deals 120% increased damage to heroes. He always has the possibility of creeping back up. And like, unlike Malekith, but yeah. Sword Master, same sort of thing. Just really aggressively mid. I'm going to put him in C tier. War Tiger is slightly better than the C tier people, but barely. Just because of the Warriors of the Sky synergy. I'll put him in B tier. And that's it. Hey, there you go, and we're done. So now it shows you the results of the poll as far as I think that it goes. And again, this is for the Transcended Selector. And so you can go ahead and vote. I will link the URL. You have to follow the URL. I'll link it down below in the description of the video, and I'll also put it in the pinned comment so that you guys can go and vote. You have 7 days, just under 7 days to do this. So please go ahead and vote. I want to see how these these rankings change over time. It'll be very interesting to switch over to the total results and see how much different mine are than yours. But yeah, my list shakes out, with about 40% of the characters being in the A to S tier, which is pretty nice. But then the majority, right, 50% are actually in the low tier, right? And actually, if you take B, if you consider B like low tier, then a vast majority are sort of subpar characters. And again, this is considering them with their uniforms. Without their uniforms, most of these characters drop to like D tier. And really, these characters are only buttressed without their uniforms by the fact that they can go to level 80 and then tier 4. But you wouldn't choose them for a Transcended Selector and get them to level 80 or tier 4 without their uniforms. So that's kind of irrelevant, but it's something to consider if you don't have the crystals necessarily, right? And you're going to put them on the back burner for the time being, and you're just using the Transcended Selector to build out your roster, right? So that's also something to consider, in which case they might all be S tier. Who knows? Anywho, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Are you hyped for the Black Friday deals to come and logins, events, and etc.? What are you looking forward to most? What do you want to see me cover next? Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.